Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm celebrity photographer Chris Kavanaugh, and in today's content, we're going to be getting into a little bit of advice and wisdom. I haven't done this before on the channel, but it's something I'm definitely adding. And I woke up this morning, it's about 5:06 a.m., and I felt the need to get up and speak about something that I've been hearing a lot of creators talk about lately, which is struggling with brand identity. Who am I as a creator? And then outside of that, how do I get unstuck? How I book more clients? How do I put myself out there and promote more of me to land better and bigger opportunities? One thing that I would say is, number one, identifying and understanding that you are enough with where you are. Comparison is one of the biggest forms of sabotage we can get into that hinders us for a week, a month, a year, a couple of years. It can hinder us and stop us completely. But understanding that you can't create and expand within what you want to do if you're always keeping and paying attention to what someone else's journey is versus where you are. Where you are is where you need to be. Now it's a point where what you need to start doing is placing what you have out there for other people to find. And it's finding your tribe. People are out there looking for people just like you to come on, cut the camera on, speak to them. Tell your viewpoints, your experiences, your advice and wisdom so that they can learn. I think one thing that I was wanting to expound on even more yesterday, I did a Talk to Me Tuesday. It's a live that I host every Tuesday on Instagram at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I invite creators on and we, talk about what they want to do. And this guy was telling me about how he moved from New York City to North Carolina. He has an extensive portfolio with different celebrity clients, and he has kind of, accumulated a bit of value to his portfolio. But one thing that he was struggling with is now being in this new city, getting people to firstly think of him and keep consistent work when it comes to photography. One thing that I told him is that it's very important to get into a place where you promote yourself to the point where when people think of something, you're the first to come up. People used to always laugh at me when I said, yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm celebrity photographer Chris Kavanaugh. People said that I should not limit myself to that, box myself in that. But it was a portion where it allowed people to, every time they thought of needing a service or someone who needed a service, oh, Chris Kavanaugh, he's a photographer, he does this. And then they promoted me, and that promoted myself to now get, more frequent work. But one thing I would say within that as well is that you have to understand that you cannot allow yourself for the fear of promotion to stop and hinder you as well. Of what other people are going to think because you're talking about what you're doing so much that other people might unfollow and, let go. The people who need to be there will be there, and the people who will support and want to stay will stay. Your content's not for everybody. But one thing that I will say is, if you're struggling with the fear of placing yourself out there, I think a thing that I always say is you should start with TikTok. TikTok is one of the best places for me that I see creators go out and they give themselves the ability to be free on TikTok. Instagram can be a little intimidating to some. I guess it's the culture of being more serious and put together. But I always suggest going live on TikTok, talking to the people for 3 to 5 minutes. If that's all you have, do it. Through the process of doing 3 to 5 minutes, you start to become more comfortable with speaking on camera. You become more comfortable with seeing yourself on camera. You're not in your head about if I'm saying the right thing. You're not in your head about saying if I look the right way, but you're just putting content out. You're speaking to people who eventually are the foundation to the formation of your success in your journey and what you're building. After you start doing things like that, you need to start reaching out to people. You need to reach out to people who have answers for you, who have a solution for your problem. If you want to expound in the realm of celebrity work, one thing that I did was I started to reach out to creative directors, art directors, people who worked on set of these bigger publications, because those were the people who hired the creators like me, like you, to be a part of the production that then allowed us or me to get on and expand my portfolio, create my awareness. One thing you need to do after that is take that opportunity and monetize it. You gotta monetize these moments. I'll tell you about a story. My first celebrity client was a gospel music singer named Tina Campbell. She was with this group named Mary Mary, but she was separating to now go into doing a thing of her own, music. She wanted to do her own thing. I reached out to creative directors. I reached out to hair and makeup, and the opportunity came up to do that project. I went out to California. I could have shot that I could have shot that project being a younger creator from South Carolina, did it, let that be a dope opportunity, and went home. But I knew that I wanted that opportunity to be something that became a snowball effect for other things to come. So what I did was I went out there. When I came out of California from shooting that project, when it came out, I went to radio shows, I promoted it. I went to news outlets, I promoted it. A young person from a small town went out, shot a big celebrity in California, and then that allowed me to place myself out there more. It created a sense of brand awareness and identity of who I am. Now people are starting to see that I'm working with these people. While out there, I used that opportunity to get another celebrity client that then snowballed to 2 other clients that then from those 4 clients gave me the ability to now have a sense of awareness with working with brands like Viacom or BET, MTV, working with other music artists that were also in that same celebrity caliber. And then I took that and it placed me to where I'm at today from those snowball effects. I think one thing you have to do is understand that what you have is enough, and it's people who are looking for your uniqueness, who is looking for your talent, but all you have to do is place those things out there. You can't get in your head about it. You can't let yourself get stuck about it. You got to turn the camera on. You got to talk to people. You got to build your audience. Yes, it starts out slow sometimes. You might have 1 or 2 people who tune in, 15 people who tune in, and only 2 be engaged. But those are, once again, formats in components of the foundation that helps you build your journey. So one thing that I would say is continue. You got to fall into your fears. You got to literally expand your creativity even through a fearful place. You got to fall into your fear, because once you start to fall into your fear, then it's not scary. You start to discover that while, yes, I'm afraid to do this thing, it's not as bad as I once thought that it was. Through the process of falling into the fear, yes, you're not going to do it perfect. It's not going to always look its best, but through the process of doing and cutting on that camera and speaking to those people, you find what works, you find what does not work, you find how to convey and communicate a message even better, you find what lighting looks best, and you go for that. But fall into your fears. Don't let comparison kill your ability to create and expand. Have fun with it. It's creativity. Do things, get people on board, find people who want to serve, collaborate with creators, reach out to people. You'll be surprised the doors that open simply from you just promoting yourself and doing it at a frequency that when people think of photography, when people think of hair, makeup, whatever industry you're in, you're the first to come up, because yes, you may not be where the people that you see or the people you're inspired are, but through those processes of accumulated opportunities, you then become on that platform. That then becomes you. And then you reach back and you pull other people and you inspire other people and give your advice and wisdom and knowledge from your perspective and experiences to help others. So I hope videos like this helped you. I want to do more videos like this. Fall into your fears. Have fun through the process. Do it a little messy. Do it a little afraid. Do it a little scared. Turn on the camera, talk to the people, build your audience, and those will be things and components that help you to expand. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you see it, click it, subscribe, like, comment, all the things. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out and find me on social media. Also within that, my Zoom calls with Chris are coming up, where I'm doing one-on-one training programs to help photographers and creators get unstuck, to expand within their creativity and give you a roadmap on how to get further along in your journey. Also, how to get better in your efficiency within creating, with editing, helping in Photoshop and lighting, all of these things. I look forward to seeing you on my group training sessions as well, on Zoom with my group calls with Zoom calls with Chris, and I'll see you back in the next video. We're out.